Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of VPN Chat. I am here in the luxurious theater room of this man right here. Oh. Yes, actor. You know him. He is probably VPN's favorite villain, I will say. We're going to give it up for Mr. Reggie Freeman. How you doing today?
Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? I am here in the flesh with my boy Casey.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for allowing us to be here in your home, in your theater room. I thought it was dope. I said, when we're doing the VPN chat, I said, I got to be in Reggie's theater room to do this one, for sure. Couldn't just get you on the Zoom. We had to do the theater room.
Anytime you invited, man.
I appreciate it. I remember the first time I came over to your house, okay. I was enamored by this room. Oh, no, for real. I was like, I said, when I grow up, I don't want to get a theater room like Reggie's.
Hey, oh God, man. Glory be to God. I just work by faith. He just give it to me.
I heard that. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Well, again, appreciate you for your time. You have been with Victory Productions for a very long time.
Woo. Yes.
A very long time. I remember we first met through a mutual associate.
Yes.
That was also in the independent game here in Augusta. And I was casting for a role for College Daze for the older brother of Rock of season 3. And you came in and you played Lawrence Mitchell.
You remember?
I do. I remember. I definitely remember. And you were quite a character, sir. I just like, it's like you're when someone sees you like at first in person, like you don't really say a lot. You just kind of be chill.
Off to the side.
Yeah, you just be real chill. And then like when you get on stage or on a screen or something, you just
switch. Jekyll and Hyde?
Jekyll and Hyde, Jekyll and Hyde for sure.
That part. Yeah, man. I just go into character, man. It's like, I do my homework first of all, and I get into character. I set up a whole history about the character, and it just comes out.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I mean, it comes out when I see it on screen. I'm like, damn, that's me. But yeah, it just comes out, man. It's a gift, man. I believe
it's so funny because, like I said again, you got you to play Lawrence Mitchell, and you were the drug dealer,
yes,
and you were recruiting college students,
yes,
to sell for you. But no, I want you to talk about your experience again because you did, like I said, you have been in the business for a very long time,
yes,
and what was it like for you doing college? Because college was my very first show.
Right.
So this is our first time working together. So what was your experience on doing College Daze?
Well, my experience on College Daze, man. First of all, I just like to thank you, Carter, for even allowing me to be in Victory Productions, because when I heard the word victory, it was already won. You already won. When you say Victory Productions, that means you got victory over everything. So I really appreciate you for that. But my experiences, man, I was just flabbergasted, man, just working on set, because that's really kind of like, I was early in the game, whatever, but I kind of did stuff before, but, I was early in the game, and as far as the series goes, I was like, I'm going to see how this is going to go, because I was kind of nervous because I didn't really do it before. So I went on ahead and did it, and I was like, wow, this is awesome, because you allow me to be free. My character, you allow me, the lines, sometimes I kind of get off lines sometimes. You allow that. So when I get in the character, it's like it comes out automatically, even though I know the script and everything, but it just comes out another way. So
yeah.
I was really honored, man, just, being on set and, you coming to my house and doing these roles and filming and everything. I was just honored with you, man, because when I first saw you, you was like, I think it was over, can't remember what house we was over. We was having a meeting before you even started doing anything. I said, this man right here, I'm looking in your eyes like, this man right here finna blow up, because I know he looked serious and really motivated, and he had that that zest, that zeal. I just believe you had that zeal in your eye, man. And look what happened. Movies later. So, yeah.
I remember too when you were doing Lawrence Mitchell, and we'll get into the Lyons Den role in a second. But I remember you would be like, "Can I say this word?" Like, no, Reggie, you cannot say this word, because there was a period of time I was like not allowing the cuss words, and Reggie was like, "I want to say this." I was like, "No, you can't. You can't say that, Reggie."
I know.
You were like, "But I just think it'll be a little bit more realistic if I say." I said, "Well." It's got to be fake then, because you're not gonna say it. So we're not. No, you can't say that.
Yeah.
But no, it was fun. Like I said, doing college days, definitely. Yeah, like I said, that's my baby. That's like my very first series, and it was just something. It was a huge learning curve for me. I know you would say you was nervous doing it. I was extremely nervous doing it because again, when you're over, first of all, I started college days when I was in college, and like I said, I graduated, moved back to Augusta, and it's like again, I'm still in my early 20s and not really understanding the scope of the business and really understanding, not really knowing what I'm doing, really just kind of just doing it learning as I go. So I appreciate all of you guys again for trusting me and also just coming along on the ride and the journey to the unknown, honestly, because we all just didn't know what we were doing. Like I was just for me, and I've always said this, college days for me was just, of course, I took it seriously, and of course, I dedicated myself to it, and it was a goal in mind. But at the end of the day, looking back on it, it was just a lot of fun. Honestly,
yes,
it was a lot of fun. It wasn't as much pressure doing that as it is doing the later stuff,
right?
Because I feel like even with the later stuff, it's like, okay, you got all these eyes on you, and it's like the pressure of getting to the next point. You know what I'm saying? But with college days, it wasn't really like that for me. It was just like I had fun just being able to tell stories. It's something I've always wanted to do, just be able to tell stories.
Right.
So it was fun doing that and actually seeing you guys bring these characters to life.
Well, my thing is, you went by faith, man. Because look, I got my shirt, faith. Look, you went by faith, man, and you did your thing. I mean, I saw everything just progressing up and up and up. I'm like, wow, this thing is Victory Productions. I mean, how can you fail?
Yeah,
so it was wonderful, man. This experience is wonderful. I hope you keep it going. One day you start back filming again. It's okay. I'm going to do other things. That's all right. But Victory Productions will be back.
What is the one thing that you do remember about playing Lawrence Mitchell? Like, what was your one favorite memory about doing college days?
One favorite memory. I was in I think I was doing that house scene when I came in there when the husband, I think he came in there and saw me. I guess I was trying to, I was trying to rape the girl, I believe it was. It was, I tried to rape her. He came in there and got me off and he had a gun to me. I was like, okay, yeah. Then I still talked junk and ran out the house.
That's you mixing shows. That's the Lyons Den.
Oh, Lyons Den. Man, I got so many.
I'm about to say you do play a lot of roles on Victor Production. So we'll go ahead and go to the Lyons Den since you went already. The Lyons Den, you was in there. Also, you're talking about JC's girlfriend, Jasmine.
Right.
And then you were the half brother.
Right. That's it. Okay.
You played Trip.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Way back, man. I can't.
No, it's all good.
That's discombobulated.
So that's the Lyons Den. You came on there. You were the half brother, and basically you were basically trying to get money.
Right.
The whole thing of the whole theme of the Lyons Den is always about money and about greed and about all this other stuff. So So you came in, Jasmine. I believe that's the character's name was Jasmine. I think that's right. I hope I'm right. Anyway, she basically had a relationship with JC's father, William Lyons. Okay. So it was all that. And so basically you were coming around because, again, you were trying to get access to the money or whatever, whatever you was trying to do. And like that's the scene you were talking about as far as like JC, you was trying to, because you were also a very disturbed human being.
Yes.
And Trip is a very disturbed human being, and he was trying to get with his sister.
Wow.
Well, half sister, stepsister,
that's
whatever.
Why you call him Trip? Because he been tripping.
No. But yeah, he was trying to, like you said, rape her, and then JC comes in with the gun, and we did all that. So that was crazy.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Now I know. Lawrence Mitchell. How can I forget that character?
Yeah, Lawrence Mitchell was college days. Trip is Lyons Den.
Yeah, he was one of those drug dealers.
Right.
He was kind of crazy too. He wanted everything his way, of course. And Lawrence Mitchell was something. I remember in the church scene. I remember at the house. I was talking to the brother that I can't think his name, but talking to the brother about you want to get in the game, all that stuff. And pulling my gun out.
Yeah. You shot my character.
shot your character.
Yeah.
So it's
because basically the story with Lawrence Mitchell is the older brother of my character's college girlfriend, and she killed herself because I told her she could. Because the long story is her college days. So basically, my character and Rochelle, she got pregnant. She ended up having an abortion. I was devastated. Yes. I told her to go to hell. She killed herself. And then Rock comes into the picture. He wanted to get revenge because Lawrence Mitchell told him to do so. Rock decided not to. Lawrence Mitchell decided to take his own hands and shot Eugene himself. So basically, Lawrence Mitchell was wreaking havoc on all these college kids.
Yes.
College age kids. Yes. That's what it was. And then he ends up going to prison. And he's still trying to get his brother to do what he wants. And Rock was like, no, I'm not doing it no more. And then Lawrence Mitchell is rotting in prison.
I loved it.
Lawrence Mitchell's rotting in prison to this day.
I loved it.
that was the road to your villains.
Yes, that's one of the roles that really set me, a foundation for the villain part. And I loved it because it kind of, brought me to a different kind of level. When I was seeing this Lawrence Mitchell character and everything, I was like, wow. Okay, I can do this now. I can really do it because I really didn't have a series back then. So when you put me on that series, I was like, wow, okay, we can do this now. Whatever you put me in, I'm going to get it.
And so then also, like I said, we mentioned Trip with the Lyons Den. Also, after that, then you came back in season 4, and you were a prostitute.
Yeah.
Trip became a prostitute.
Yeah.
And so then you were
I remember that.
One of the client. Your client was Tina's character.
Yes.
Because she just she found out her husband was sleeping around with guys and all this other stuff. So she was like, all right, I'm about to go and do my thing or whatever. And so then she, of course, pays for sex from your character for Trip.
Yeah.
And once again, Trip is still trying to get to the money because then Trip actually is an association with Malcolm Lyons. And then all of a sudden, Trip, I guess, develops a conscience.
Yes.
And then he's like, I can't do this anymore. And then because Tina's character, I think, was starting to fall for you. And so he was like, all right, I can't do this no more. And so then you peace out.
I peaced out, man.
Yeah.
I got soft.
And we didn't see Trip anymore after that.
Yeah, I was gone.
Yeah.
I was done. I must have got a job at the plant. No more drug dealing, Felt sorry for everybody.
That's funny. So then we move on to the next project. Next movie. The first movie you did was Redemption for Easter.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, Redemption for Easter.
BrothAhood.
We'll
get to that later.
We'll get to that because that's gonna take a minute to talk about. Redemption for Easter is short because your part was short.
Okay.
But that was the very first movie that you were in, which like I said, it's one of my favorite films.
Okay.
I enjoyed that just because of the message.
It's a great message.
Yeah, all the performances in the movie. But once again, you're playing a bad person.
Again.
I'm gonna say, Reggie, I'm sorry. I felt like I've typecasted you, and I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
I apologize. But you're playing the sleazy deacon.
Man.
First of all, he's trying to get the family to sell the church for money. And then of course we find out that he ended up raping Chantel's character, Shalita. And then but speaking of that scene though, when the brother comes in and gets you, that scene was great. We shot that a few times though.
Awesome scene, man. I was like, wow, that looked so real.
Yeah. He held you up, all that stuff, knocked you out, everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
You caught it right on time too.
Yeah. It was good. Yeah, like I said, that's one of my favorite films. What, like, I know it's brief for you, but talk about your experience during Redemption for Easter.
Redemption for Easter was kind of rough, but I had to jump out of my body and do that because I was like, I'm glad I got through it. But when you look at that, that's not me at all as far as that character. And I was telling Chantel, I was like, oh man, I was like in tears almost. But yeah, that was kind of hard for me. That was kind of hard for me. But everything else was right on point. But yeah, you didn't know about that, so I just wanted to let you know. It's like I was like, man, but we got through it though. Chantel said she was cool with it. You know, she said her family don't like me though, but you know about that scene.
I don't think anybody likes you. No, I'll take that back. I know who does like you.
Who that?
My aunt Michelle. No, my aunt Michelle
Yeah.
loves you. Like I remember we used to do when we did like the college days screenings. We used to do it at the church.
Yeah.
And I remember she's like, I love that Lawrence Mitchell. I was like
the bad boys, huh?
I said, please don't tell me that again. Man. Please be quiet. stop saying that.
Bad boys.
But yeah, Redemption Faces is a definitely powerful movie. I've said this before. That was actually my first time crying on set. It was very
touching.
It was a touching movie. It was like powerful performances. Everybody really gave 100%. Everybody gave 100%, and even in the short proximity of the time that we had to shoot it, because again, Maverick wanted an Easter movie,
right?
And it was very very last minute.
Oh wow!
And it was like, hey, do you think you can do? Because they never did. They didn't have any like Easter movies in their catalog.
Okay.
So it was like, do you think you could do an Easter movie? I said, yeah, sure. When do you need it? They gave me the date. I said, oh snap, okay. All
man,
right.
You're a gifted writer, man. You're amazing.
I appreciate it.
Very amazing.
Definitely God gifted. Definitely for sure. Definitely got to give him the credit for that. So yeah, we made it work. We made it happen. But also, which was cool, and I like to say this about the movies too, because the movies are under the distribution deal, they actually give me a budget to actually do the film, and that's actually my first time actually working with budgets and everything. We're doing the films. Now, don't get crazy, y'all. This wasn't no Universal Picture, Sony Picture. Because Reggie, I have to say that because I say budget and people be coming at me crazy.
I look at it as a big budget.
No, well, that's great. I'm glad you look at it like that. But now I want to be real with the people. Now, listen, don't come at me crazy. This is independent. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But no, it's a blessing though, to be honest, because again, like even when I did like reindeer games and my brothers it was like really my first time receiving money for a project, and it was such a blessing to be able to bless those that I've been working with for years and be like, okay, y'all, I can finally like give y'all something. It ain't it ain't a lot, but I can finally say, here, thank you for being a part of what I've been doing, and here's something I can actually compensate you for. So it's always a blessing when I was able to do the films and be like, all right, being able to give y'all something. I think that was especially people like you said, like Chantel and Shay and my sister Kendra, like people who have really been working with me since the very beginning, since those college days, like being able to really do that for y'all was a blessing for me. I felt blessed being able to bless y'all.
Well, listen, man, it's a blessing for us as well, because man, a lot of people don't get chances like this, and you allowed a lot of people to come in your project and Victory Production and allow them to do what they do. And man, there's some talented people in Victory Production.
It is, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And you allowed that. So, people got a chance to really see, the talent and the gifts that, that float around on the screen, man. It's wonderful. And we thank you for that, brother.
Oh, man.
We thank you. I want you to grab
I'm about to say, because you already know. Don't.
We thank you, man. We really thank you. I don't know what we should do to give, but we thank you.
Y'all don't have to give anything. Y'all give enough. Y'all give your talents and your gifts and all that good stuff. So,
man,
y'all good. So we're moving on to the next project. So now we can talk about BrothAhood. We can go there now. Why you got your head?
Oh, yeah.
It's no secret. BrothAhood is my favorite VPN series. I love that show. I love being able to tell those. I love being able to create those characters, write those characters. I love seeing you guys bring those characters to life.
Yes.
BrothAhood is a special show. It's really special. You haven't seen a series of that magnitude where people are actually seeing what we as men deal with and different spectrums of men. You have all types of men on this type of series. You're really seeing the ins and outs of what we deal with.
Yes.
Also our inner turmoils. Even things that we bring upon ourselves that we have to deal with the consequences, different things like that, and also the external things that are happening in our lives. So I thought BrothAhood was definitely a beautiful portrayal of you know what a lot of men do experience and what a lot of us do see and now different things like that. I want you to talk about your experience on Brotherhood, you know, your character and all that great stuff.
Man, that character, oof, golly. Yeah.
But he didn't start off
He
like
didn't
that.
start off like that. He was very smooth. He was very calm and everything until he started not getting his way. And after that, he started blowing up. You know, because he was just that kind of character. He was one of those characters like if he don't get his way, he gonna do it. He gonna do something tremendous to make sure that he tries to get his way. And I had fun with it. I really had fun with it. I know everybody hated me on that character, but I had fun. But see, that's my job for you to hate me on that character. You know, back when I pushed through the season, but it was a wonderful experience because it shows my range. It shows me from going from calmness to way up here. So it was wonderful, man. I had a wonderful experience doing the season. I know everybody else loved it too.
Oh man, Jonathan
Miller
was a mess. A hot ass mess. I have to say hot ass.
I kept it modest.
Just a ham. Just a ham. Yeah, so like we said, Jonathan didn't start off that way. I think honestly writing Jonathan, I think in my mind, Jonathan originally was just gonna be a guest. I didn't really know where I was going with Brotherhood when I did the first season. I wrote it just to get the idea out and just to do it. And I thought, okay, hey, let's do Brotherhood. It'll be fun. And then the story just expanded and grew. And then when you did Jonathan the first season, and after the scene where you write Sierra's character the check and you're like, here's a check, I want you to go away. I was like, okay, I honestly wanted to see, well, how far can we go with Jonathan? Because I at first I was like, we can kind of keep him like even kill, but then I was like, no, I think that'd be kind of boring. No, for real, I think that'd be kind of boring, and I was like, I want to see how extreme we can go with this character,
right.
And yeah, you definitely took it there.
Yes, really, I did.
Yeah, for sure. The scene that everybody talks about is the scene where you spit in JT's face.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna tell you this once. Get the hell out of my house! And don't you ever come back! You don't exist. You hear me? You don't exist.
Well, you may have erased me, but you'll never get rid of me.
That's what I think of you.
Whew. That was quite
quite disgusting.
Yes.
but shout out to Brandon, because he took it and he was
focused.
He was focused. And all the expressions that y'all see, like you see like Kiara and Cedric's expression, and Neil and Sierra and Josh's expression, those were real, and Tanya's expression, all those reactions were real because
they didn't know.
They really didn't know. They didn't. I don't. Yeah, because
no.
Yeah, it was.
I'd say somebody sneak me some water. I didn't want them to see it. But when they saw you, like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was.
Is they gonna say cut?
That was right. It was. About people like that. People definitely still talk about that scene. That scene definitely stands out. But yeah, to talk about it. Go ahead.
Yeah. That scene right there was something. It's out of a body experience. You know, I can never do that as Reggie. But Jonathan Miller was something else. I mean, even the sex scenes is crazy. You know, I mean, just everything about Jonathan Miller was just flabbergasted because I was like,
You used
wow.
to say some crazy stuff, bro.
I
Like
know.
that I want to say that was not in the script.
Oh Lord,
I am. It was not in the script, but I let it fly because I feel like Jonathan. I mean, this Jonathan. That's Jonathan. That's Jonathan. But what's so funny is because Cedric, every time he see me, he just feels the need to quote this. I don't know why, but he says when you said Jezebel.
Oh my God.
Something you said something about Jezebel.
Right.
I don't remember verbatim. That. Oh yeah. It's like your famous thing that you like to say is I'm gonna put these babies in you, and you like to say that too, and I'm just like, oh sheesh.
But you know what? That's
yes,
a real experience because my wife got a lot of babies. That's just coming from a real place. See, when I make these sex scenes, I'm acting like I'm doing it to my wife. I'm gonna put these babies in you. How many babies I got?
Oh my God.
That's a real moment.
Oh my God. Oh Jesus.
I know you didn't know that, but I'll let you know. Shout out to my wife, lovely self.
Thanks, Reggie. But yeah, I think like I said, you and Josh played very well together.
Yes.
Y'all played very well against each other.
Shout out to Josh. Yes.
Yeah, y'all were definitely. I loved y'all scenes together. I liked again, of course, when the beginning, his character Craig is very intimidated by you.
Okay.
But once we get to the later season, he bosses up a lot.
He do
a lot.
He got grown on me.
Yeah. Yeah, we did like a whodunit thing for season 3. Jonathan of course got shot. And honestly, in that moment, I didn't know if I was gonna keep your character alive or not. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do yet.
Okay.
But I didn't know yet who had shot you too. It was because it's fun. It literally had everybody shoot that scene.
Okay.
We had Josh, Brandon, Tanya, Lucky.
Yeah.
Who else? Swag, because we literally had everybody come in and be the shooter, because I had no idea who was going to be the shooter. I had no idea who had shot Jonathan yet.
Keep him in suspense.
Yeah, I mean, but as me as the writer, I had no idea.
Okay.
I didn't know yet who I wanted to have been to be the assailant. So yeah, and I thought that scene too when JT came in to he found you on the floor,
right?
And tried to save you. I thought that
was very powerful.
Yeah,
I almost cried while I was doing it.
Yeah.
Wow, all that stuff I did to him.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. All the stuff you did and said. Wow.
You never know who's gonna need your help.
That's very true.
That's what's powerful about your writing, because I know everybody was just feeling that moment right there. There's no way you can. I mean, you look at that scene, you have to feel that moment, and that was powerful. Man, good. That's good writing.
I appreciate that. Definitely, for sure.
Yes, sir.
And then we did the final season. The final season of BrothAhood, like, you just went just 8-ish. You went very. You just. Yeah, you just took it to the thousandth extreme with the final season. I guess because you was like, it's over, it's about to end, so I guess whatever, I'm just do whatever I want.
He never got his way.
He never got his way, man. The scene between you and the deacon. That was a very good scene.
Intense.
A very good scene.
Yes, intense, man. I shout out to my boy, man, JB Brown, because he came down, because I gave him that script the first morning, because I knew you needed somebody. And he came down while he was on his way down. He was studying the script, and he had it when he got here. So that's very professional by him. And shout out to JB Brown for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wonderful, man. It was very intense. I was like, wow. I looked at that scene, I'm like, man, what the world?
It's a very good scene. No, I think, like I said again, it's one of those instances where that character was definitely battling his demons for sure.
Yes.
And he let his demons get in control of him.
Best of them. Yes.
Yeah. So
yes, you can see that too on camera. You know, in the mirror and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, wow.
It's one of those things. It's a story in the Bible. I can't think of the name of the king, but when the king, basically he had a guy. I think he's like, I hope I'm telling the story right. For all my Bible scholars out there, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. But basically he had a God complex, and he was thinking he was powerful as God or more than God or something like that. And basically he his mind went crazy and he was grazing the grass or
Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking
One
about.
of my favorite kings.
Yeah. Lord.
Oh, God bless him tremendously, but he just ain't had a mind. His mind wasn't right.
Okay.
God messed around and got him right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about.
Got you. Okay. But I think that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But
Daniel,
that's
Daniel. Yeah.
yeah. So wait, no, that's not it.
Huh?
No, not Nebuchadnezzar. That's not it.
No.
No, that's not the king. I don't think that's him.
Okay.
Anyway, if Reggie's right, it's Nebuchadnezzar. If not, I think it's another king in the Bible. I'm sure my mom listens to the podcast, so she'll definitely correct me.
Yeah.
It's a king in the Bible that literally had a God complex, and he would, like I said, he ended up having to graze the grass or whatever. He had to live like an animal, like for days, and then it might be Nebuchadnezzar.
It is. I remember reading that.
Okay. All
yeah.
right.
Well, somebody let us know who's right or wrong.
Right, exactly. But the point is that's kind of how I took that and I related that to Jonathan, because Jonathan again, he's this powerful pastor.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, you forget about God and you get to a point where it's all about you, and it's like,
yes.
So instead of repenting, it's like he doubled down. Like, this dude got shot and like lived. And then it's like he doubled down and like got worse. Yeah. And it's like, okay, it's like, all right, we're just gonna let whatever happens with him.
Yes. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And I did feel that way too, as far as, I mean, I didn't care. I mean, I got shot and lived. I wanted to do worse things because I still ain't got my way.
Right.
So that's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
So obviously if you've seen it, you know who shot Jonathan. Yeah. But who did you think before reading the script? Because you didn't know who shot you either before the script of season 4.
No.
Who did you think shot you? Like shot Jonathan?
I thought my wife did.
Okay.
Because I'm like, did her wrong tremendously.
Absolutely.
And I was like, well, she gonna shoot. She's kind of quiet, so she gonna shoot me. Mm. She gonna get her restoration and just boom, I'm out of here. But no, you fool me. You fool me. You had that hold to shoot me. No. For real, I'm saying in the script.
No, Charlene. You know what? I wouldn't say Charlene was a hoe. Charlene was a woman in love. Charlene was in love with Jonathan. Jonathan was playing games.
Yeah.
Jonathan used that woman.
Sorry, Charlene.
Even though Charlene knew what it was, because you do get in situations where you do know what it is, but you can't. Again, sometimes you can't control your heart, no. And I feel like Charlene she knew what the situation was with Jonathan,
yes.
But then her heart got the best of her, and she wanted to be with this man for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Jonathan Miller just used her.
Yeah, for sure.
But shout out to Lucky Paradise, Trail Pollard. She did a wonderful job with that character. Mm-hmm. I invited her to come in. She came in and did a wonderful job.
1,000%. 1,000%. And also too, what's your reaction? So at the end, of course, we find out that in that story arc, that actually Craig was behind all of this. So what did you think about that?
I'm like, oh gosh. I'm like, man, my own son?
But do you blame him now?
I mean, yeah, I know. But, sometimes you're the family, you just, but how I was, I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't blame him. How I was, I wouldn't blame him at all.
Yeah, I thought, like I said, I think you have to have the shooter, but then you have to have the mastermind behind it. And I think Craig was the perfect person to be like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna be the one to get this dude.
And you know why he did that too? It's good writing as well. Good writing all the time. But what he did, because he saw how I was treating his mama. Mm-hmm. And you know how boys, when they treat their mama wrong, they gonna go inside you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's good.
I agree. I think
definitely can relate to that.
I think definitely for sure the way he witnessed Jonathan treating his mom definitely set him over the edge. Also too, I think the way he treated his brother. Like it's like it's just
uncalled for.
It's just a lot of dynamics but definitely the mama thing for sure. I definitely agree with that.
Yes.
1,000%.
Man, that was awesome.
All right, so the next project is the Saved And The Salacious.
Okay.
formerly known as Three Way.
Okay.
You played now this part. You was actually good.
I feel good.
You weren't a villain in this story.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Man.
you were actually good. You were playing the pastor.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Pastor Cromway.
Yeah.
And basically you pastor the church again.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing. So I'm gonna be honest with you, because you originally were not supposed to play this. You were not playing this role. You actually came. You did me a big favor.
Yes.
And you came in, and because I needed somebody, because we had somebody. Didn't quite work out, and I was like, Reggie, I really need you to do this part. Because originally, it was supposed to be a pilot that I was pitching to someone, to a network, and y'all already know the story. We had the pitch meeting. They liked it at first, and then they changed their mind.
Oh.
So then, you came in and you killed it, and like I said, you and Ronza had amazing chemistry playing father and son.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. But your character, the pastor does not want his son to do this music thing. Mm-hmm. Your character actually wants him to be in the church, like actually in the church, and be a part of the ministry of the church and everything. So y'all are bumping heads about that. Mm-hmm. And also, obviously, there were some things going on in his childhood as well.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, it's
relatable.
It's what it is relatable. But I was saying we don't know exactly what happened. It's a lot of hints towards, like, basically Ashton didn't really have a good childhood with the pastor.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, talk about that project.
But that project was wonderful. Finally get a good part, and I'm a good wholesome man. But yeah, I loved it because, it's so relatable around the world. You see a lot of pastors, they real strict with their sons and their daughters, and I can relate to that because I've been around pastors that way. Mm-hmm. So I took this opportunity to just go ahead and, just do my thing as far as, just what I experienced, with other people's families. So yeah, me and we had a great chemistry, man. We did our thing, man. I loved it.
It was beautiful because, again, like I said, you got the script real late.
Yeah, real late.
Real late. But you did a great job.
Thank you.
Like, you did a great job. Yeah. But like I said, again, the other person wasn't working out. I said, nah, we can't do this. But I didn't want to. Again, I didn't originally want you to play that part, was because you did Jonathan. Like we were just fresh off of doing Jonathan Miller from BrothAhood. And I was like, I don't want to give him another pastor role.
That's all right.
And
I'm fine with it. Yeah, to me. I'm fine.
So yeah, but like I said, you did an amazing job. You came in and really, like I said, you did a good job with the role.
Well, thanks for thinking about me, man. I'm glad you had me on your mind when that person didn't work out.
You know how you just really try to spread the love around, and then sometimes the love doesn't need to go there in that direction.
Yeah.
So you got to go back to the home team. But like, listen. No, because for real, I really do try to give other people opportunities. I want to spread it.
Yeah.
But sometimes
it don't work out.
Sometimes it just don't work out. Yeah. You just gotta, go to your reliables.
There you go. I'm right here.
Yeah, I enjoyed that project. I enjoyed it because I really, honestly, I'm glad. Shout out to Maverick though, they did take it, and distribute it. I really do wish it would have worked out as a series.
I do too. Man.
I really do.
I wanted to see what happened.
Yeah, I really do.
Wow.
I really do, because I actually had started when it was looking like they were going to the network was going to get it. I had started working on episode 2.
Okay.
But then, yeah,
man,
yeah, I was really disappointed about that.
I was too. I call you like, man, what's
and you did. You used to reach out to me all the time, like, yo, what's going on? I was like, I don't know. I don't work there. I can't tell you. So yeah. All right. So here's the big one.
The assistant?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That's not the big one, but yeah, I didn't forget about that. The assistant too. Yeah, we got not the assistant too, the assistant.
Right.
I would say the assistant too, like TOO. But yeah, the first one, the assistant. Yes, you played the judge in the assistant.
Yes.
Yes. I forgot about that. How could you forget? It's, like you said, you've been in so much.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, talk about that.
Yeah. The system was great, man. I was playing the judge, and shout out to Nelson. You know what I'm saying? Me and him did our parts and everything. Felt really good, man. I felt really, really comfortable in that space, you know.
And again, it wasn't a big part, but it was an important part because Marquise's character was basically bribing you to because he wanted to make his media company. He wanted a law to pass, or something to pass, or something. Not a law, but he wanted something to pass so that way he can be a major media conglomerate and all this other stuff. And so he bribed you with money and drugs,
right?
And because it was so funny because you like when you was doing the nose thing, like the first thing, you was like, I need something. He was doing the nose thing. That was funny to me.
You know why I call her? See, people don't know this. I be into character so much. You know why I call her a snowflake?
Who? Call who a snowflake?
Oh, girl, I was hit.
Oh, why did you call her a snowflake?
Because that was the kind of cocaine I like.
Oh, I didn't know there was another kind of.
That's what I call it, snowflake.
I know, but I didn't know cocaine was another color. I thought it was always white.
But that's why I call her snowflake.
Oh God! Oh, got it.
Yeah,
Reggie. Oh my God.
I just want people to know, like, why you call her snowflake? That's the reason. I wanted that cocaine.
Oh my God. But yeah, that was yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That was definitely, like I said, definitely interesting project. Definitely, I like the assistant too. I like the assistant too. TOO. I like it too. I have to specify because there isn't the assistant 2 coming out.
Right.
So I just want to specify.
Can't wait to see that one.
I can't either. We're working on it for forever. It felt like it's been a eternity.
Hey, shout out to my son gonna be on that. He too.
He is. Shout out to Destin. Yeah. Shout out to Destin for sure. But yeah, it's gonna be good. We just, it's just taking a little longer than usual.
That's okay.
Yeah. You know what I mean, man. I just like to crank them out. I like to.
I know.
I mean, I know we wanted to get it right, but I've never sat on a project this long, like ever.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It has. We shot it last year.
Oh wow.
So
what's the problem?
It's not a problem. It's just we got the color grading. We have to actually get the color grading right because we shot the assistant 2 with the actual black magic, and it's taking a little longer to really. Cause other cameras, it's automatic, like the way it shoot. Like what I'm shooting with now with this podcast on now, I shot the other ones with. So the coloring is already there. Yeah. With the black magic, it's a little different, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't understand the ins and outs of these cameras. Mm-hmm. So when I shot with that was my first time shooting it. Cause we did Full Level Christmas 2 on Black Magic 2, but I had an actual Quincy and his crew was shooting it. Oh, okay. I wasn't filming it, but I actually filmed the assistant 2, so it was a learning thing for me, and we just taking a little longer to color. Okay, so gotcha. That's all that is. Gotcha. I can't send y'all no mess. Gotta be like it's gotta be right.
Quality.
It gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's taking a little longer than normal. So yeah, the assistant, that was awesome. Okay, now we get to the big one. The big one.
Dog.
Pastor Thorne 2.
Oh my God.
Pastor Thorne 2. Sins of the Father. My God. I will say this. When I wrote this one, I immediately said Reggie has to do this part. I know he's been playing pastors and stuff, but he's got to play the bishop because you're extreme. So I knew that you were going to take this character to what it needed to be, and I needed this character to be extreme.
You already know.
I knew it. I was like, yeah, we got to. So, yeah, man, Pastor Thorne 2. You were the bishop. Literally the bishop.
And everybody
had to call you. No way, in real life, for real?
Yeah, like when I go to the gym. What's up, Bishop?
For real?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. Everywhere I go, when they see that movie, Bishop. That's your name from now on.
That's crazy. So you were the bishop. And it's crazy because, like I said, Pastor Thorne in the first one, like he was already like people were like, dang, this pastor's crazy. He's extreme, and it's like, okay, we got to see where that came from because he got that from somewhere. Yes. And it was I want to say, when I say beautiful, I don't mean beautiful the situation, because the situation is very ugly.
Right.
But what I mean is, it was beautifully seen, as far as like really seeing the way you portrayed the bishop,
Right.
and really actually seeing where Pastor Thorne got that from. So basically, it was beautiful in the sense of seeing like where Pastor Thorne, like really cinematically seeing Pastor Thorne where he got all that from, and seeing your portrayal of the bishop. It was okay, I get it. It's a podcast I listen to called What We Talking About This Time. They do a thing called Tuesday Tuesdays. Actually, Pastor Thorne 2 was the very first movie they previewed this year. So shout out to them. Shout out to my guys at What We Talking About This Time. Prop Josh, Smiley, and 730. Shout out to y'all.
Shout out.
Basically, it was funny because 730, he was like, "You're not about to make me like Pastor Thorne in this movie," because he basically said, because it was basically, again, you see where Thorne, you see with Thorne, you see his father. You're like, okay, it's like people were starting to feel bad for Pastor Thorne.
Oh yeah.
And my boy was like, nah, you're not about to make me feel up. He said, Pastor Thorne is still a bad person. I don't care if his dad is bad.
Wow.
Pastor Thorne is still a bad person. So I thought that was funny. But I want you, because you are the bishop.
Right.
So what?
Wow.
You talk about your experience playing the bishop, Pastor Thorne 2.
Okay. My experience. And first of all, thanks for giving me a lot of time to get in this character. Because I had plenty of time to break this character down, give him a history moment, character breakdown. And once I did all that stuff, the delivery flowed out.
Yeah.
I didn't try to do it, but it just flowed out for some reason. So I love the Pastor Thorne too, man, because I really felt really comfortable. I really felt bold, and really felt that I was going in the right direction with this character, because this character was really something else.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, I just felt real comfortable. Everybody on the set was good. You know, I was real comfortable with them. It make you feel comfortable and everything. So we kind of, spread off one another and saying our lines correctly. So, it didn't take me long. Once I got them lines down, that was it. I was done with it. I was good. I was good. I loved it, man.
Yeah.
That's one of the movies right there I really love, because I was really in the moment then.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad you loved it. I'm glad you had fun doing the part. I'm glad you had but it was, like I said, it was a good film. I really enjoyed it. You guys were amazing. Everybody that was a part of that project did an amazing job. Everybody really came in and was focused and was really, all right, let's bring the story to life.
yeah.
It was great. It was great. We shot in Charlotte and we shot in Augusta.
Yes.
So we we split the weekends. Shot one weekend in Charlotte. Shot one weekend in Augusta. And like I said, everybody were troopers in bringing the story to life. You and Marquise have a very amazing dynamic.
Wow.
I can tell that you guys talked
a lot
before. I can tell.
A lot.
I can tell. It came across that you guys, everybody studied.
Yes.
There's another movie that you was in. I'm tripping because I'm tripping because Kimberly played your wife in Pastor Thorne 2, and she played your wife in the other movie, The Other Side of Me. That's the other movie. I forgot about that.
Man.
But yeah, so you and Kimberly are amazing together.
Oh yes, I love her.
Yeah,
love her.
Kimberly's dope.
Yes.
You guys haven't had her cooking yet, though.
I didn't.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't know. She didn't. She hasn't cooked.
Oh, okay.
Kimberly was on In the Nick of Time, and Kimberly used to make breakfast on the set every season.
Okay.
And when I tell you that woman can cook,
Kimberly, why haven't you fed me? I play your husband. You ain't fed me yet.
Nah, man. I'm telling you, I got experience her cooking. Her cooking's amazing. But no, she like I said, you guys were amazing together. You have amazing chemistry. Man, you and Monty coming in. He played JR this go around. He played JR in Pastor Thorne 2. He did an amazing job.
Yes,
I loved his interpretation of the role.
Yes,
I was a little nervous about that because Mitchell did great in the first one. So, and unfortunately, Mitchell couldn't do the second one. So I immediately thought of Monty to come in and replace him. And I love the way that Monty. I can tell Monty studied the first one, but he still made JR into his own. And as far as really bringing the character to life in his own way.
Man, he did a great job.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, sir.
1000%.
Wow.
Everybody did great in this movie. Everybody did great.
I got caught up looking at like, wow.
Everybody did great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keena, Katia, everybody was good. I shouldn't have started naming names because then I'm gonna get in trouble for not naming everybody. But no, everybody was great in this film. What was your favorite scene? 2 questions. What was your favorite scene to watch? And what was your favorite scene to actually perform?
I think this one right here. So let me tell you something you should know. I'm going to send you past that 2 mega churches, Bishop, and a flock of other churches. One of my prayers plus I run the biggest, absolute biggest car dealership in the city, real estate business. Now, come on, minor league baseball team. I have everything so put together like a smooth running machine. Don't have to be down at church or anywhere else for that matter. 24/7. You see, boy? You don't get nowhere in life without knowing what you're doing. Remember, everything our God does is in decency, order, and assist. I'm the closest thing to him as you can get, so everything I do is on point. Now, you can be just like that if you just humble yourself and just come back to the fold by prodigal son.
You still remember that?
I just got into character.
Wow. That's wow. Y'all, there is no script. Like, literally, there's no script on this scene. There's no script on this screen at all. Like, and this guy just did this whole monologue again.
Hey,
and when we shot, when did we shoot that? Like 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
That's wild.
Yeah, I just got into character.
That's wild, Reggie.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So that was your favorite scene to shoot?
That's my favorite scene. Yeah, favorite scene to shoot because it was like he was telling me like being egotistic.
Very egotistic.
And being, prideful.
Who was more egotistical, Jonathan or the bishop?
I think the bishop.
Okay.
But Jonathan was more meaner.
Okay.
The bishop was more nicer and more arrogant.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay, so what was your favorite scene to watch?
So favorite scene to watch on Pastor Thorne 2. I say the one that me and old brother got into it with each other. When they got, we was fighting and fussing at each other, and I was...
You and your son?
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
My son and...
Got you.
That was intense.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that was very intense.
Yeah, it was.
That's my favorite one. I'm like...
It was.
How in the world I remember all those lines just fussing and arguing like that?
It was a lot. It was definitely a lot.
So that was my favorite.
We shot that scene twice. I'm going to give y'all some behind the scenes stuff on it. So what ended up happening was, of course, we shot it we shot it that day, but it started getting dark. I think that was like during daylight savings or whatever gets darker quicker.
Yeah.
And so it was getting dark while we was filming that scene, and they did it great that first time. But then when I watched the playback, I was like, y'all, it's really, you can tell that it's not daytime anymore. Like I was like, y'all, can we shoot this again, y'all? but everybody was so pleasant, and it was so open. They was like, yes, let's get it. Let's make. But the beautiful thing about it is when y'all redid it was so much better because you were comfortable in doing it, and you guys were like already familiar with what needed to happen. So it was as simple as, all right, we're just gonna do it again. This is a different day.
I'm glad you reshot that.
Yeah, I am too.
Yes, that was awesome.
I am too. It was great. It was definitely great.
I love Pastor Thorne. Y'all go check it out, please. It's still young. Y'all go check it out. Go check out Pastor Thorne too.
Yes, definitely. And while you're at it, watch the video that we did to it called Too Deep. Me and Dad DNY Blaze, we did the video.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Appreciate it.
That's nice, boy. Y'all got down with that one.
Definitely. Okay, so the other side of me, this is gonna be brief because I wish I would have remembered because we did that before Pastor Thorne too. But we got to mention the other side of me. You were also in that. You played. You were the father.
Yeah.
But we didn't see you until like towards the end of the film because your character died.
Right.
So basically, the movie is literally the day of the funeral. And Kevin's character, Kevin J. Stone's character, and Daniel's character, they're half brothers. And so Daniel's character, whose mother is white.
Yeah.
I mean, the race really got not too much to do with it, but I just need y'all to know that she is white. But basically they have been estranged. Like basically they're not. So you didn't have a relationship with Daniel's character, but you had a relationship with Kevin's.
Right.
But Daniel's character ended up coming to the day of the funeral. So the brothers actually have conversation and they trying to get to know each other. There's a whole big secret reveal involving Kevin's character's wife. Shout out to Bird, played Tia. And again, Kimberly's in that. Kimberly plays your wife.
I love Bird.
Yeah, Bird is awesome.
Yeah,
Bird's amazing.
Bird. Shout out to Bird.
But Kimberly plays your wife. Robin plays the woman that your character had an affair with.
Yeah.
So they're basically the older versions. So there's like the older versions of these characters, and they're the younger versions of these characters. So we see the younger versions first, and then the rest of the movie we see y'all, which is the older versions, the present day versions. So we find out at the end, because again we mentioned that Reggie's character is dead.
Yeah.
But we find out how he dies. And it's so crazy because this same woman killed you twice.
Twice.
Kimberly's character killed you, and it was not intentional, I promise you. Kimberly's character killed your character in The Other Side of Me, and killed your character in Pastor Thorne 2. And I will say the way Kimberly played that thing in Pastor Thorne 2 was bananas, and I loved it.
I love it.
It was so wonderful. But the way she did it in The Other Side of Me was just as beautiful as well.
Yes.
Like, when I tell you, it's the eyes.
Yeah.
It's the eyes.
I love it. It's the
eyes.
Man, that's my partner right there.
But
we got to do more projects together.
Well, you need to talk to a producer.
This time I'm killing you. No.
Yeah. So The Other Side of Me, and then the scene with you and Robin too, like when you was professing your love to her, like I would rather be with you. Y'all were great, amazing. Y'all were amazing as well. But yeah, talk about The Other Side of Me though briefly. Like what was that?
Other Side of Me was awesome, man. Just having that relationship. I was talking to the Caucasian lady. What's her name?
I don't know her character's name, but her real name's Robin.
Robin. I was talking to her before that. We did that scene, and also I know my girl, so the cooking machine. Yeah, I know her. But I had a wonderful time because when we actually did that scene with Robin, I was like, I got to make sure I make people feel that I was in love with her.
What is?
Yeah, is. And
yeah.
I did, and I was like, tears was coming to my eyes. I was like, wow. When I seen the film, I'm like, okay. So yeah, we had that really good chemistry and everything.
Yeah.
And we did it.
And
we
you did.
Yeah,
you did. Absolutely, for sure. Yeah, I think that was you did a wonderful job.
Appreciate it,
I would say, okay, so I wouldn't necessarily say that character was a villain, but he wasn't necessarily a good guy.
No. He made a lot of mistakes.
He made a lot of mistakes.
Yes.
But I wouldn't put him in the villain category.
No. He just had a hard time dealing with other women.
Okay. So out of all the characters, so we got Lawrence Mitchell, Tripp, Pastor Jonathan,
wow,
the deacon from Redemption for Easter, Pastor Cromway, Saved and Salacious, Theodore, that's the name. I was like, what is his name? Theodore from The Other Side of Me. And the bishop. So out of all of these, who was the worst? Who was the absolute worst?
Worst, okay. As far as
just a horrible person. Just
a
horrible human being on the face of this earth.
I really just think it was Jonathan Miller.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that because
why? I'm about to say why.
I'm gonna say that because when he wanted his way, he did everything possible to get it. And what happened is, if he had to do somebody else wrong and wanted to kill somebody, he would. He would have done it. But he didn't kill nobody. But
yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of hard between him and the bishop though, because the bishop was he wasn't mean. But he just was wrong. He was raping a lot of women.
Yes.
Okay, he was raping a lot of women.
Yes.
And, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go with the bishop.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna stick with the bishop because that joker right there. He was raping women. He was telling lies. He was doing his wife wrong. I think he's the worst.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. I'm about
to come second.
Okay, I agree with that. Definitely, the bishop is the worst, and definitely, I will say Jonathan is second. I like that answer.
Yeah.
Again, Reggie, you've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
What 2 questions and we'll close it out. What is your dream role? Like, what would you like to portray? Like, what would you like to do that you haven't done already?
I'm praying that I get be on a Marvel movie.
Okay.
I want to be a superhero or villain.
Okay.
Don't matter. But that's one of my dream roles as a kid.
Mm.
And then I'm not stopping until I do it. And when I do it, I still ain't stopping.
I heard that.
So yeah, that's one of my dream roles. And secondly, being co-side of Denzel Washington one day. Maybe,
okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I like that. We mentioned your son Destin. Destin's doing. First of all, you and your wife did an amazing job raising that young man.
Appreciate you, man.
I've been working with him lately. And like I said, he's an amazing kid. Well, he's not a kid no more, he's a young man. I've noticed since he was a kid though, but he's growing into, he's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Pretty much following your footsteps. With the acting, writing, directing, all that great stuff.
Yes.
What advice have you given him as far as being a part of this, being in this entertainment business?
I just tell him to stay humble. Whatever you do, stay humble. Keep the faith, because it's going to be a lot of rejection.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a whole bunch of rejection. So if you can take the rejection, you can be in this business.
Yes.
If you be in this business trying to be a superstar, you're not going to happen. I mean, it's not going to happen. Like, I'm talking about, like, don't come in the mindset of being a superstar.
Right.
Don't come in the mindset of you're going to be rich.
Right.
But come in the mindset of just doing a job that you love to do.
What's your motivation? That's like that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm getting from you is basically like what is your why? Why are you doing this? What is your reasoning for doing this? So once you understand that and figure that out, then it's like it's easy to really navigate through everything.
You definitely got to figure out why God, what God put inside you.
Absolutely.
To do it.
Absolutely. I agree.
Every bird has to fly. If they don't, I believe they're going to die. They walk around all day.
All right.
Because they got to fly.
That's true.
That's what built in them. So whatever built in anybody, whatever's built, it's going to come out. So once you do it, you're going to love it. And so you just got to keep on doing it. Just have faith and keep on doing it. That's what advice I give everybody.
That's awesome. Thank you for that, for sure. Yeah. We definitely appreciate it. Well, Reggie, this has been fun going down memory lane. This has been great. Bringing a lot of things back to remembrance that we definitely forgot about.
Oh, yeah.
So this has been cool. And thank you again for welcoming in here into the theater.
Theater room, yeah.
Yes.
Y'all come in and watch a movie with me, man. Watch some action movie or something.
We'll make it happen, for sure. My time is is freer now, so I have more time to do things. So that works for me.
Yes. Bring your mom and pop. I love that. Mom and pops.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I asked your pops, did he like Pastor Thorne too? He like, yeah. So I know it's gonna be good.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, all right, everybody. This has been I'm moving the mic. All righty. Thank you, everybody, for joining. This has been a treat. We appreciate you. And until the next VPN chat, we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Have a good day.